Okay, welcome to the commentary for the Meddling Mother-in-Law lesson. Let's get started. This is a Dear Abby lesson, our first Dear Abby lesson. Dear Abby is a very famous column in America. And remember, a column is a newspaper article that you see repeatedly, maybe every day, maybe every month, maybe every week. Dear Abby, I think it's every day. And Abby, the original Abby, the first Abby, her name was Abigail Van Buren. And I can't remember when she started, but like many, many years ago, 1960s, maybe 1950s, I'm not sure, but a long time ago. And people write her letters. They have a problem in their life. They ask her for advice. Abby, what should I do about my problem? And this has continued many, many, many years. The first Abby died, and now her daughter, I believe it's her daughter, continues the column, continues to write the column. So now people write her. They still write, Dear Abby, what should I do? So why? Why am I using Dear Abby on Effortless English? Well, a couple of reasons. The main reason, number one reason, is that Dear Abby letters usually contain very conversational English. People writing her, they don't write in a formal way, most of them. Okay, they're writing in a conversational way. So they use a lot of idioms. They use a little slang. They use common conversational phrases we use in real conversations, phrases we use in real speech, phrases we use every day. A lot of these phrases, you never see them in textbooks. You never learn them in school. Why? I don't know why, because they are very important. I mean, if you want to communicate in English with a native speaker, you need to know these phrases. We use them every single day. This is not special slang. These are idioms. These are phrases we use all the time. So I like that about Dear Abby. Other newspaper articles are formal. They use a written style of English, which is fine. It's good to know that also. But you also need to know the casual, everyday phrases that we use. And Dear Abby is a good place to learn them. So another good thing about Dear Abby, my second point, they're short. These are short letters. So you don't need to read a long, long letter. However, they're short, but they have a lot of good stuff, a lot of good phrases. Even though this letter is very, very short, there's still several words and phrases we can learn from it. So I like that. And why do I like short? Well, I like short because it allows you to go deep, right? You can really focus on this little short article, which will have maybe, I don't know, it depends on your level, but it will have at least one new phrase, hopefully, maybe a few new phrases. Maybe you know these phrases, but you can't use them. Maybe you kind of know them. I think I know it, but you never use them. Well, by using something very short and simple, you can learn these new phrases. You can practice them many, many, many times. You can learn them deeply. You can internalize them. Remember that word? Internalize them. You can learn them very deeply. So that's another reason. And reason number three, Dear Abby letters also have a nice bit of culture, a little bit of American culture. You can see some common problems that American people, American families, American relationships have. These people are writing about everyday problems. Now, some are a little strange. Some are quite normal. This one is very normal, the meddling mother-in-law. This is a problem probably many American wives might have. In fact, another point four, I guess, is that, in fact, these are problems many people have in the world, not just America, right? Difficult mother-in-law, that's a problem that every country has. People in all over the world, wives have problems with their mother-in-laws. And husbands also have problems with their mother-in-laws. It's a common problem. So I like that. It connects you to everyday problems. And that's also a nice way to learn. You can actually imagine these situations. Finally, one last point why I like Dear Abby letters, why I'm using them. They're great for discussion and forums. Because every letter, the person asks for advice. What should I do? Well, dear Abby, she writes her answer, but in Effortless English, I will not include her answer. Why not? Why don't I include Abby's answer? Because I want you to write your answer. I want you to go to the forums where it says article essays, and I want you to write, what should this person do? In your opinion, what should they do? Should she yell at her mother-in-law? Should she be quiet and be happy that her mother-in-law is helping her? Should she try to tell her in a polite way, please don't do my laundry? Is the mother-in-law the problem? Or is the wife the problem? Or is there another problem? Okay, all of these things, there's a lot of things you can write about with a very short Dear Abby letter. Every letter, the person says, what should I do? I want you to go to the forums and write one paragraph, maybe. What should the person do? In this case, what should the wife do about the mother-in-law? The mother-in-law is doing her laundry and cleaning the dishes, and the wife doesn't like it. She's very picky. So the wife says, what should I do? She's afraid if she says something, the mother-in-law will take it the wrong way. Maybe she'll get angry and upset. So what should she do? I don't know. Go to the forums and write your opinion. What should this woman do? So with Dear Abby letters also, I use them in my class here in San Francisco. I use them really almost every day to try to teach real conversational phrases, not just formal written textbook English. And in fact, some of my students are joining Effortless English to review. So I use these letters in my class. Then I make an Effortless English lesson. And my students in San Francisco can listen to the same lesson. They had it in my class, and now they can review it again and again and again. I hope that helps them. For other members who don't live in San Francisco, it's okay. You can listen as many times as you want. That's why I love MP3s. I love audio lessons. To be honest, Effortless English is a better way to learn English than my classes in San Francisco. My classes in San Francisco, the students pay, $300 a month or more. You're paying, $50, $60, $77 for a year. But I think you have a better deal. I think you will learn English better than the people in my class. Why? Well, simple. Review and repetition. Review and repetition. My students in my class, they hear these lessons only one time. So when I taught them the Meddling mother-in-law letter, and they learned the new phrases, they enjoyed it. We practiced it. We did some mini stories. And then they went home, and they never looked at it again. They never heard it again. They never reviewed it again. So what happened? Well, they forgot. They forgot most of it. How do I know they forgot? Because the next day I asked them, what does take it upon yourself mean? And nobody knows. And I asked them a week later, and I asked them, what does picky mean? And nobody knows. They forgot. Why did they forget? They forgot because they did not internalize the English. They did not repeat it enough. They did not review it enough. They did not hear it enough times. That's your advantage, using the internet, using MP3s, using your iPod, using your computer. You can review and review and review as much as possible. With Effortless English, I encourage you, with each lesson, listen to each part one time, maybe 2 times, every day for 1 week or for 2 weeks, maybe for 3 weeks. I don't know. It depends on your level. If you are very high level, maybe 1 week is enough. If you're more of an intermediate level student, maybe you need a couple weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. But learn it completely. Okay, this is not a race. If you do every lesson very, very fast, you prove nothing. Okay, it just means you did everything fast and now you forgot everything and you didn't learn very much. It's much better to go slowly and learn each lesson completely. One time is not enough. One day is not enough. When you listen to the Meddling Mother-in-Law lesson, the audio, read the text, listen to the mini-stories, listen to the point of view mini-stories, listen to this commentary, listen to the vocabulary. Doing it one time, one day, it's not enough. It's just not enough. You have to listen to it today, and then tomorrow, listen to it again. And the next day, one more time. And the next day, again, one more time. And the next day, again, one more time. That's how you really, really learn the English deeply, so you can understand it instantly. No hesitation, no thinking. You know it. You hear it, you know it. That's also how you learn to use it instantly. No thinking, no translating, no thinking in Japanese, and then translating to English, and then speaking. No. You have to learn it very completely. That means a lot of review. You've got to listen to these lessons many times, many days. When you do, trust me, please trust me, you will internalize the grammar. You will learn it very deeply. You will internalize the vocabulary. You will internalize the pronunciation. You will automatically begin to improve your vocabulary, your pronunciation, the speed of your understanding, your listening comprehension speed, your speaking speed, your fluency, and also your speaking pronunciation. Everything will improve, but you must review. You must overlearn. Please do that. Please trust me. If you overlearn each lesson, if you do that for 6 months, 8 months, 1 year, you will be fluent in English. You will feel comfortable with English. You will improve a lot. You will improve a lot more than people using normal methods, using textbooks, using schools. I promise you, this is not just me, A.J. Hogue, giving you my opinion. There is a lot of research about this. Okay, enjoy the Dear Abby letters, and I will see you next time. Remember, overlearn, overlearn, overlearn. Bye-bye.